Ham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Vivitakan Vitangscha Om Jnanatimarantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Akshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Na Prema Prarayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauram Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Atitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Devashis Prabhu, over to you. Very happy to see you. And to see all of you, many devotees, very prompt on time. We're proud of you all. Hare Krishna.
Dhanyavad Maharaj, Dhanyavad all the devotees who have joined us this evening. Always happy to be with you, in whatever format that may be. This is, as Maharaj said, a very ever-occurring subject in the line of Chaitanya Saraswat Math, actually in the line of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, that Krishna is our sweet Lord, as the song said, my sweet Lord. And that word, the word sweet, is very, very wonderful. Sorry, someone's trying to call me while we're doing this. Just have to reject them. Sorry about this.
It's all good. We know these digital challenges, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay, it's gone. They've gone now. Yes, so we see, you know, when we look to see what is the difference between Narayan of Vaikuntha and Krishna of Goloka, we find that the main theme is sweetness. The difference is sweetness. Of course, Vaikuntapati, Lord Narayan, has his own particular sweetness, but that is something different to the sweetness of Krishna of Vrindavan. So when we see that it is given in the scripture, in the Puranas, that the living beings, they have some, in their pure essence, they have so many, you can say, qualities, spiritual qualities, up to 50 spiritual qualities. And Lord Shiva, 55 spiritual qualities, is not found in the ordinary living beings, like you and I. And more than Lord Shiva is Narayan of Vaikuntha, with 60 qualities. And more than him is Krishna of Vrindavan, with 64 qualities. So 4 qualities found in Krishna and Vrindavan, not found in Vaikuntha, Lord Narayan, not found in its fullness, even in Ramchandra, not found in Dwaraka Krishna even, but Krishna of Vrindavan. And those are all sweet, Madhura qualities. Rupa Madhuri, that means the beautiful form of Krishna. He is beautiful beyond our imagination of what is beautiful. Whatever we can conceive of as being beautiful in this world or in any world, he is more unlimitedly more beautiful than that. Rupa Madhuri, his beautiful form, that threefold bending form. In Vedic aesthetics, the epitome of beauty is always given as symmetry. So Narayan we see always portrayed as very symmetrical, Vishnu with carrying 4 weapons, his club, his disc, his lotus, and his conch. So, but Krishna's beauty is a different kind of beauty, a rustic kind of beauty, where that symmetry is overpowered by his threefold bending form, and everything about him beautiful. That is his Rupa Madhuri. And then there's Leela Madhuri. Leela Madhuri means his sweet pastimes. Such sweet pastimes that we find in Krishna of Vrindavan, that you don't find anywhere else. Only that sweet, sweet Krishna of Vrindavan showing these pastimes to us. That is Leela Madhuri. And then Parikara Madhuri, that means very sweet friends. All of his friends are so sweet, like him himself, they are all sweet. Vrindavan overflowing with sweetness. And also Krishna has a Venu Madhuri, very sweet flute. The flute of Krishna commanding everything. When Krishna plays his flute, everybody, everything, every moving and non-moving entity of Vrindavan is activated by the sound of Krishna's flute. We cannot describe all of these things because we don't know all these things actually, but what we've heard from our Gurudev, we can say a little bit about that. And that is, this sweetness, some sweetness coming through especially in Lord Krishna and no other. So we find that. Anyway, as Maharaj was saying, Srila Madhusudan Maharaj was saying, that if you look up, if you put in, the Krishna search, sweet, sweet Krishna, you'll get so many hits, if you like, coming back up there. So I've chosen one, if you'll indulge me, which is surprisingly, you may think, but it is from Sri Guru and His Grace. And it is the chapter which is entitled, I command you, become Guru. So this is Srila Sridhar Maharaj speaking. It is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Tavakatam ritam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapaham Shravana mangalam srimadatam bhuvi grenati te burida janaha. O Krishna, the nectar of your words and the narration of your pastimes give life to us, who are always suffering in this material world. This nectar is broadcast all over the world by great souls, and it removes all sinful reactions. It is all auspicious and filled with spiritual power. Those who spread this message of Godhead are certainly doing the greatest relief work for human society, and are the most magnanimous welfare workers. This is what is necessary, and this is what is universal. Everyone can be satisfied to the highest degree in their hearts only by the nectar of Krishna's words and the nectarian descriptions of his activities. This is because Krishna is Raso Vaisa, the reservoir of all pleasure, and Akila Rasamrita Murti, ecstasy himself. Krishna's very nature is sweet. So that verse you may recognize, that's from in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, is part of the Gopi Gita, the song of the gopis in praise of Lord Krishna. Maduram Maduram Vapurasya Vibhor, Maduram Maduram Vadanam Madhuram, Madhugandhi Mridu Smitam Mitadaho, Maduram 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 Maduram. O Lord Krishna, the beauty of your transcendental form is sweet, but your beautiful face is even sweeter. The sweet smile on your face, which is like the sweet aroma of honey, is sweeter still. This verse is found in Bilva Mongol Thakur's Krishna Karnamritam. He says, sweet, 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 sweetness. Krishna is sweetness personified. At my first sight, I thought Krishna was Cupid, who can capture everyone. But then I saw No, this is not like lust personified, which can be experienced only in the material world. This is chinmoy, spiritual substance. I see that this sweetness is spiritual in characteristic. I feel it. It is the very gist of all sweetness. What is this? My eyesight is being nectarized. I am experiencing nectar pouring on my eyes. Oh, Krishna has already conquered my heart. I am captured. I am captivated by sweetness personified. Mara Swayamna Madhura Jyoti Mandalam Mutnu. Madhurjam eva nu mano nayana amritam nu. Venum rijunu mana jivita valabo nu. Balo yam abuya dayate mam lochanaya. My dear friends, where is Krishna, who is Cupid personified, brilliant as a kadamba flower? Where is Krishna, sweetness himself, the sweetest nectar for my eyes and mind? Where is Krishna, who loosens the hair of the gopis? He is the supreme source of divine bliss. He is my life and soul. He has come before my eyes again, or has he come before my eyes again? This is Bilvamangal Thakur's statement in Krishna Karnamritam. Whatever type of sorrow or affliction there may be, all different layers of painfulness will be removed. This nectar of the words and pastimes of Krishna gives us life. It gives us hope that we can live a higher life, that we were not created only to suffer in this mortal world, but to live a life which can soar up and transcend this painful life of mortality. We have that sort of life of vitality in our own intrinsic form. The speculationists say that Krishna consciousness only does away with all sinfulness, but theirs is only an external acquaintance with Krishna consciousness. Sin is nothing in comparison with his purifying capacity. As soon as we come in contact with Krishna, even in the form of mere sound through the ear, our real welfare begins to awaken. Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Bitaranam. Krishna consciousness is infinitely surcharged with all the resources of our welfare. And those who can distribute Krishna consciousness to the world are really benevolent and kind-hearted. They give the most who give Krishna to those who are helpless and disappointed. Only this sort of transaction should be continued in the world to save these souls suffering from the disease of mortal connection. The descriptions about Krishna are like divine nectar. So go on with this transaction, always giving Krishna consciousness. And if you give Krishna consciousness, you will have an ample supply of Krishna consciousness. That will descend from the higher position. If you are sincere to distribute Krishna consciousness, you will have no want in your own capital. New capital will be supplied to you as much as you can give it to others. It will have connection with the infinite source. So go on. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jare Deka Tarakaha Krishna Upadesh. Amara Agaya Guru Hana Tara Edesh. Whomever you find, talk with him only about Krishna. We have no other engagement. Whomever you find, any soul you come across, try to save him from this desert of mortality. I command you, don't be afraid. Take the position of Guru, the giver, and give it to everyone. Then Mahaprabhu says, Kabuna vadhibe tomara vishaya taranga, purna orapi e tani pabe mora sanga. And in this transaction, you will find my backing. If you obey my command for distribution to one and all, then you will find that I am there backing you in this work. So your great master has engaged you all like so many dedicated soldiers. Now you must do relief work in this world of mortality and death. Do relief work. Somehow we have to get Krishna consciousness for ourselves and also carry this news to our neighbors. Mahaprabhu says, whomever you meet, tell him about Krishna. And in this way, save the people. They are all under the influence of eternal mortality. Only this path is relevant to their condition. All other talks are irrelevant. Everyone is rushing into the jaws of death. This is the sum total of the news of this world. It is the only news. Every second, everyone is entering the jaws of death. This is the real problem, nothing else. The whole problem, if summarized, will come to this, that every second, every atom here is entering into the jaws of death. This is the great and only danger in the world. So all other talks are irrelevant to the real problem of life. Try to help them from entering into the jaws of death. This is the only problem in the whole world. Go forth and tell everyone about Krishna. Whatever you do, make them talk about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Save yourself and prepare yourself for the highest goal. Whenever you meet anyone, wherever you meet anyone, only talk of Krishna. All other talks are irrelevant and redundant. Mahaprabhu says, it is my command. Don't think that if you do this and take the position of Guru, when the people come to honor you, that you will forget your own ordinary position, become puffed up with pride and go to hell. No, no, no. I order you, go on. The relief work is there. You can't stand idle as an onlooker. So I say, jump, start relief work. I order you to do so, and I shall take whatever responsibility is there. The whole world is dying. So always, at every second, the real need is Krishna Katha. You will get my association only by obeying my orders and discharging the duty that I am entrusting with you. You will find me there in your obedience to my order, in the discharge of the duty I impose on you. Is it reasonable or not? Every one of us can judge. What will be the relief work to save those in the mortal world? What will give real help to the people? Not clothing them or feeding them, nothing of the kind. Everyone is dropping down dead. Once when I was in the Madras Moth, someone came and criticized us saying, oh, you're only talking about Krishna and people are dying without food. Don't you mind? I said, no. He told me, the Ram Krishna mission is doing real relief by feeding so many. If a man dies of starvation, how will he hear you? Where will you get a listener if he dies? First make them live, feed them, and then you can tell him about Krishna. I told him, suppose there's a famine. I have some food. I am distributing that to so many people. There is a great crowd before me. If while I am distributing food, someone from the crowd flees, what should I do? Should I distribute the food or run to catch him? He said, you must distribute the food. That is natural. I said, the crowd is always ready to hear from me about Krishna. Why should I waste my time running after one man? So many people are coming to hear from me about Krishna, and I cannot attend them all. Why should I stop distribution of the nectar and run to catch one man? This is a foolish attempt. We are interested in helping people by distributing Krishna Katha, and we pay no attention to any so-called danger. All are in need of this guidance. You must only engage yourself in Krishna Katha. Go on talking about Krishna and continue with that vibration. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going from Puri to Vrindavan through the jungle path, the elephants, deer, and tigers were chanting Krishna, Krishna, and dancing. How? His Krishna Katha created such a fine vibration that it entered into the ears of the tigers, deer, and elephants and awakened their hearts. they began to chant Krishna, 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 and dance. Mahaprabhu's vibration of Krishna name was so fine and surcharged with force that the sound entered within the animals and aroused in their hearts the innermost plane, which was covered by the elephant or tiger's body. Just like electricity, the finest current of the holy name of Krishna entered into the hearts of all the animals, and their souls were aroused. And when their souls were awakened, they then began to chant Krishna, Krishna. Everywhere the environment is full of animation. And just as a ray of light penetrates the darkness, in a similar way, the vibration of Krishna Katha will strike a chord within the soul and create some inspiration towards Krishna consciousness. So continue preaching Krishna consciousness. We have no other duty, no other work. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada went the length and breadth of the world with Krishna consciousness. The fact that you have all come here is due to his earnestness. He has gone to the upper world. And so, in his name, we are going on with some sort of transaction. All right. There we are. That's my contribution for today. Wonderful.
Jai Devashish Prabhu. So here we are with lots of devotees. We are sitting in pin drop silence as described when in Naimashranya forest, the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Srimad Bhagavatam is being disclosed, that all the sages were sitting there in pin drop silence, hearing the message. So I had just a very short excerpt, but short and sweet at this time of day. And then we've got lots of devotees to share things with us. But I just wanted to also quote another extremely classic verse. You quoted that verse, Madhuram, 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 Vapu Asya Vibho, as given by Srila Guru Maharaj. And Srila Guru Maharaj also quoting Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj in the Golden Volcano. Very short quotation, but it is on definitely the theme of sweetness. That is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the giver of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the most valuable theological literature that has ever seen the light of day, has written. Then the Krishna Lila Amritasara Tara Shata Shatadhara Dashadi ke Bahe Jaha Hoite Se Chaitanya Lila Hoya Saravara Akshaya Manohangsa Charaha Tahate. Keshavananda knows it behind me. He's giving us the verse by heart. Very beautifully, very beautiful. And the translation, what is Krishna Lila? It is the real essence of nectar. It is the gist of sweetness, happiness, and ecstasy. The sweetness of the sweetest thing that can ever be conceived is represented in Krishna Lila. Then what is Chaitanya Lila? In Chaitanya Lila, that sweet nectar of Krishna Lila is flowing in all 10 directions, in hundreds of streams, as if from a fountain. And that fountain is Chaitanya Lila. Hare Krishna. And that fountain is sprinkling all over the world. And here on the London, everyone gathered in London today, but that fountain of the nectar of Mahaprabhu's distribution of Krishna's sweetness is coming through Srila Saraswati Thakur, through Srila Guru Maharaj from Chaitanya Saraswat Math, and coming all over the world as that the trunk of the tree of Srila Saraswati Thakur in recent times, and then to Srila Guru Maharaj and as the main trunk, continuing through in so many ways all over the world. The fountain of Krishna consciousness is being distributed in many, many showers. And just When we are reading also here, Guru Maharaj is quoting from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we came across an expression yesterday of, what about Prema Amrita, yes? Brishti. And we know of Pushpa Brishti. Srila Gurudev told, when the sun is shining, it is shining in sunlight, and there's gentle rain falling, Srila Gurudev said, this is Pushpa Brishti. If we have the eyes to see, the gods are showering down flowers upon us, upon the earth. So, and it feels very sweet. And when we've heard this from Gurudev, we always think, oh, if only I could see the subtle things. Here is Pushpa Brishti. But this description in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is Prema Amrita Brishti. The Prema Amrita, ecstatic, sweet nectar rain coming down in the glorification of the Lord, in that instance from Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu. It was the discussion in Chaitanya Charitamrita during the Rath Yatra festival, when Mahaprabhu was standing in front of Lord Jagannath, and an amazing dialogue, as it were, between Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sorry, Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath. He's standing in front of the Lord, and Maharaj is revealing what's taking place there. Anyhow, this whole sweet, 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 nectar, nectar. I mean, nectar is definitely sweet, and all of these things everywhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and hence, indeed, everywhere in the life of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, we have seen it is they are trying to wake us up to nectar, to sweetness. That Krishna is his Akila Rasamrita Murti, that every possible relationship is with him, and it is all headed by sweetness of the highest type. So everywhere the theme actually is sweetness. And I do have other quotes, but it's a little bit long. Maybe, I mean, we want to keep it to some reflections from the devotees here, because we've got your London devotees here, and London devotees from the Commonwealth, etc. And Tunga Rasa Devi Rasi from Norway, and she's a regular visitor to London, to the festivals and programs there. And so I can pass the microphone first to Keshavananda Prabhu, and then we will see who can share a few words on this side of the world. And here on the Zoom, many are with us, and we're really happy to see so many join together. We are all in the search for sweetness, together. We need good guidance. The super best guidance is coming from Srila Saraswati Thakur to Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, to Srila Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, to Srila Gurudev, to the whole world in this flow. So in this gathering of devotees, Keshavananda Prabhu is going to share something. He already has something ready to share with you. Jai Keshavananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat, Tuti devotee, Devashis Prabhu, and all the devotees out there, all the Londoners, honorary Londoners tonight.
All over.
Yes, all over. So I'm sitting here with Munindra Mohan Prabhu, and we're looking at some shlokas regarding sweetness, and one by one, Devashis Prabhu and Madhusudan Maharaj sang those shlokas. So anyway, that's so sweet to sweetness is actually, we're told by Guru Maharaj that Anandam is the food of consciousness, and he draws so many wonderful meanings of Anandam: beauty, joy, affection, love, and sweetness. So it's the essence of everything. It's the essence of the origin, that he calls the prime cause, the Param Ishvara, the Sarva Karana Karanam, the cause of all causes. That personality is full of sweetness. So we're always happy to hear We just came across this same Tabakatamritam shloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita a couple of days ago too, when Mahaprabhu has been dancing in the Ratha Yatra, and eventually King Pachaparuja comes to him, and in his ecstasy, in Mahaprabhu's ecstasy, the king is supplying him with these divine sweet shlokas that are exactly matching his heart's movement and divine sentiment. And when he gives this shloka about the magnanimity and the all-conquering wonder of those who distribute the sweetness of the Lord, Mahaprabhu becomes so happy, and he can't even realize that this is the king who he hadn't wanted to meet because of his formal position, although in fact he was a devotee and loved very much. So this came up just recently. Devashish Prabhu mentioning Lord Narayan in his majesty and his also chamatkar, the wonder of Vaikuntha. And then of course we're remembering the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, and in Vrindavan we have one kund, Brahma Kund. Now it's looking very nice because it's been all renovated and so many steps down with turtles, stone turtles around, maybe turtles in, and of course gangster monkeys also around the place. But this place was the place where some of the cowherd boys had said to their mate Krishna, seeing as we're in London, you know, we've heard about this place by Kunta. We're kind of interested seeing what's the story there. We wouldn't mind seeing that. You know, we're only from the village. We've heard it's really, amazing. So they all jump into Brahmakunda and come up in Vaikuntha, and they're cowherd boys from Vrindavan. So they're not really dressed for the occasion, covered in that's soft dust of Rajadam, and carrying various articles of cow herding, perhaps a laddu here and there, and they're in the finery of amidst the majesty of and we heard that even Lord Narayan sees them and sort of smiles. But anyway, the boys don't like it. It's not their place. It's not their cup of amrita, yes, and left back to the village, back to the sweet home. So it's so central, and it was very wonderful, Devashish Prabhu pointing out those 4 sweet qualities of Krishna that aren't exhibited in his other forms. And I mean, I can speak for myself that I'd like to say that I was, a great philosopher and was interested in this and that, and then I came to Krishna consciousness, but I'm not. But it was sweetness that attracted me. There's no question. And then some appreciation for the conception and for the philosophy and for the more than philosophy, for the divine vision, sweet vision of the reality, the beautiful reality, the sweet, that has come from the sweet mouths of the sweet personalities of our divine guardians. Came later, but initially it was the heart sweetness, and everything in Krishna consciousness is beautiful. I remember one occasion where I was staying with a family with devotees. They had a lot of kids. They lived in the mountains of Wales, with glass, which means blue pool in Welsh. And they had beautiful deities of Radha Krishna. And then I was sent on a mission with the kids because the flowers and garlands and so forth that had been offered are now Mahaprasadam, as we know. I didn't know that then. So you can't just put them in the bin or in this place or that place. Some, we'll put them in a special place. So I went down to the river with the kids, and there's a wooden bridge, and we threw the maha flowers off one side of the bridge and ran to the other side of the bridge to watch these rose petals floating down the river, the maha prasadam. And this was a small thing, but that touched me more than practically. It was just so beautiful. The whole thing of offering the food and things that have come from the altar have got some special, unique, purifying essence, and they have to be handled in an appropriate way. Everything, and we remember sitting in front of Gurudev, or we see on videos of Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, the way they, put their water cup down, Gadam Jal cup down, or move their hand, or move their lotus eyes around, or in there. Or I remember just looking at Gurudev in his, his lotus feet in his lotus socks and thinking how beautiful, how sweet and wonderful, and how fortunate we are. I was just in, I had a great fortune to go to Karoli Dham. It's the place where Sri Madan Mohanji are now happily residing in Rajasthan. And while at that temple, we met the servitors, the family servitors coming in the line of Sanatana Goswami, inconceivable. And they were beautiful. This young boy, Harish Goswami, at 12 years old, with his tilak and his offering plate, he called us, and we went with him and met the family and took the shot. And I'm looking at these individuals, and really they look like kings or something. They're noble features, clear, deep, beautiful eyes. This is the family who served Sanatana Goswami's Madan Mohanji for so many centuries. And I'm just in awe, really, thinking, who are these people? But then as I was thinking, yeah, and who are we? Because we who don't have any of that, I mean, I'm speaking for myself here, but don't have any of that Vidyakul, the line of auspiciousness, you can say, or family line of service, are sitting at the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. And we are sitting there now under their beautiful paintings. Their pictures are done by the amazing Krishna Kanta Didi. So we are still sitting there directly, not just, it's not imagination. It's not, some people who disappeared from this world years ago. They are here now. And we somehow or other are sitting at their lotus feet, hearing their all nourishing, all wonderful, all conquering Krishna Katha, and giving us an opportunity to try and render some service to their temples and their devotees and their deities. So I was thinking, yeah, this is just as amazing, maybe even more amazing than these wonderful servitors of Madan Mohan in Karoli. So yes, it's the beginning, and it's everything, and we feel it so much here now. We have so many wonderful devotees here from different places, and we're all giving nourishment to each other, young, old, different languages, and it's very, very wonderful to see the family, the family sweetness. And sometimes the sweetness is of a different sweetness. Today we read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh my! So are we okay? I don't want to go on too long. We're Mahaprabhu is exhausted. The devotees are exhausted. They've been dancing and chanting and singing in front of Lord Jagannath in the heat of the summer. Remember, Rath Yatra is a summer festival, And they finally come to the garden and they're taking rest and they're lying under trees that are so fragrant, and a soft breeze is blowing from the ocean. And they're, you know, they're kind of out of it, really. They need to take prasadam. So then Vanina, Prabhu, and others bring the prasadam. And most of the class today was just a description of that prasadam. Verse after verse after verse. Sweets you can't even conceive of. How do you deep fry yogurt? You know, how do you deep fry? How do you make mango trees out of, what was it? I don't know. So just it was just unbelievable. So much variety, and so everything actually is sweet in Krishna consciousness, even if it appears not to be sweet. Like sometimes in India, especially when you're new to India and you don't understand how it works, and you go and you think, oh, I'll have a mango juice or a pineapple juice, and you watch them squeeze this beautiful pineapple, and then they get their little pots out and start putting salt in it and chili powder in it, masala, and you're like, what are you doing? But that's also a sweetness of a different flavor. So sweetness doesn't necessarily mean it's all plain sailing and as you would expect it to be. In fact, it often isn't like that, because he is for himself and by himself. And we also need to be adjusted. You know, if I was Krishna conscious, then that, you know, I wouldn't need any, but I'm not. So the environment and the personalities, you know, I'm fortunate that I'm with devotees, and I have to be adjusted by that environment. And that is also sweet, even though I may find it difficult, because I don't want to let go of my prison bars. It's the little prison I know, and I'm hanging on to it. But the devotees guru comes to sweetly shake us free of that, so we can actually, as we heard Guru Srila Govinda Maharaj just before, we heard some little recording of Srila Govinda Maharaj talking, and he said, you know, he was talking of, I think he was mentioning Parakiya Rasa, and he said, this is a very high thing, no doubt, but it is our property and we can go there like that. So we have to be adjusted for that, and that is sweet and that is merciful. So we're going along together in this wonderful extended family all around the world, and we're seeing all our brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, and everyone. I remember Gurudev talking in Russia, and he said, you know, I know, I'm very happy to be here with you all, and whether you are my disciple or my guru, I don't know. Like that, he said. But I'm seeing your service, and I'm very happily following your procedure, something like that. Whether you are my guru or my disciple, I don't know. Not any false, not any pretense, but Gurudev actually seeing like that. The environment is my friend, and Krishna will come to me in any way to show me how to move here. So beautiful and wonderful. Anyway, happy to see everyone, and to have such a wonderful topic of Madhuryam, even the word Madhu. And we have our dear Madhurananda here today. He had a hospital visit today, so he's recovering. So we've all been thinking of him especially today. And you can also remember the super sweet servitor here in Italy, Madhurananda. He's okay, yeah, but he's you know, recovering. So we're always sending our obeisances and affection to him. Jai Madhurananda.
And just see the names of Krishna and the names of his devotees also, like Madhur Ananda, Prema Ananda, so many names of Krishna which are just
Mahananda.
Mahananda, Krishna's name. Keshavananda, okay, we're going to get caught in that. Ananda family remembrance, but very happily. But we are on the London Zoom, but because we've got some of your stolen service, we didn't steal them, they came here voluntarily, I promise. Then we've got some London servitors here. So we already mentioned to Vishnu Priya that she'll say a word or two. And she said, yes, I can say a word or two. So she is Vishnu Priya, and she'll say a couple of, well, not a couple of words. She can express some sweetness to you from her heart. And she's the daughter of a devotee. She's a lifelong devotee. So it's not a matter of age. It's a matter of devotion. Please.
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Hello, everyone. Hello, devotees, Dandavats. Well, sweet, sweet Krishna, as Maharaj said, he's indeed very sweet because he gave me the wonderful opportunity to come here to Villa Govinda and meet all the amazing devotees. I've met a lot of incredible devotees, and I'm really grateful for everyone. And this place is wonderful. The area is really pretty, it's really lovely. I've heard a lot of pastimes about when Gurudev was here, and I love hearing them. My favorite is the one where he used to sit in the garden and watch the train pass by. I love that one, it's really good. And well, this morning, actually, we went on a walk, a really long walk. But it was incredible. I loved it. And we went to watch to see the bench he sat on when he came here, and it was incredible. I felt really blessed to have the experience of going and seeing that. And well, yeah. Also, this area is really great for going on japa walks. I recommend it. And also the sunrise that I haven't had the opportunity to see it yet, but hopefully I can see it tomorrow because Safari is really beautiful. And well, yeah, I'm just really happy to be here. I'm really grateful to Maharaj, to all the devotees, really sweet people. Haribol!
Beautifully expressed. And would you like to say something in Spanish? Lakshmi Rani is here. In Spanish, she can say a couple of words. And Kelly, you can just make sure this is good. No?
Tantas pranams a todos los devotos. ¿Qué puedo decir? Pues bastante amor y afecto de parte de Maharaj, de los devotos, del lugar, muy maravilloso. Que puedo, no sé, mis reverencias y perdonen todas las ofensas. Y ya.
Beautiful. And we do have Munindra Mohan Prabhu here, and he is eager to say something. Actually, all eager to hear what he's got to say. In a London Zoom, they all know about sweetness firsthand. So let's hear from a first-hand taster of sweetness.
But you corner me. I don't know what to say about this subject. I'm completely devoid of sweetness. I actually don't even imagine how you can all speak about sweetness for so long. I mean, it's something that you feel or you don't feel. You can talk about sweetness, but you could talk about sweetness. Because you are a devotee. I'm reading here on the 9th verse of Bhagavad Gita, Machita Magata Pranam Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayanta Shamam Nityam Tushanti Charaman. Yeah, the devotees, they meet together, and what they do, they discuss, they exchange a story about Krishna,
and they exchange ecstasy and devotion and taste sweetness according to their divine relationship they have with me, Krishna says. So that's is happening all the time between devotees. They meet together and they exchange this pleasure talk. We can't say ecstasy in our position, but really it's so pleasant to hear about Krishna and his amazing quality. And his birth town is called Madhupuri, actually, Mathura. It's Madhupuri. Now we are living in the land of death. Yamamandiram is the mortal place, and Krishna's town is Madhupuri, it's the sweetness city of sweetness. So we are all attracted to that, no doubt. And is that magnetic? That is our ideal. We can maybe possess this now, but is what make great a man is the greatness of his ideal. So sweetness is the best ideal, isn't it? And maybe we didn't get in touch with the sweetness of Krishna. We got in touch with the sweetness of Srila Govinda Maharaj, which sometimes surprises us with his own sweetness suddenly. Sometimes he is very, very, very sweet person, and capture us with his charming sweetness, personality. So everything is about Krishna is permeating with this nectarian substance, and it's not giving any diabetic. It's just it's not harmful. It's very life-giving, and well, sometimes the gopi they curse this ecstatic symptom because they paralyze them. It's such intense sweetness and ecstasy pleasure that cannot go on with their service, and is such powerful thing. But it's not like contemplative. It's something that activates in service, more sweetness comes, and more dynamic situation happen. I don't know what I'm saying really. I don't know this subject of sweetness. We live in a sweet maker laboratory actually, because Shantimura is making such a good, and we taste so much sweets here, especially on Monday when we don't sell all the cakes. The breakfast is particularly sweet. Okay. That's
It's time for hurry, all right.
Well, it is time for Hari Hari, but also that same, we were listening just before the Zoom and before some Kirtan, before we joined you, we were listening to Srila Gurudev, as we often do. We listen to Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj. And Srila Gurudev, just before this part about the Parakhiya Ras, then Srila Gurudev was explaining that the beginning of the pure devotional life, which is not mixed with gyan, karma, etc., is when we glorify Krishna in the association of the sadhus. And so we actually replayed that maybe 3 times or 4 times so we could all hear this. And then Srila Gurudev, from that point, he jumped straight to, so this is the beginning of our pure devotional life. And it goes up to Parakhiya Rasa. And Gurudev jumped in one jump from there to there. And then explained this point that Keshavananda was saying about, it's so high, but we do have access to that. And then, of course, then it comes to how we have access. And if we really want it, we can have it, that sweet, sweet, sweet life. And so here we are today. It was just rolling around in my mind that we are here with the company of you all. We've come on the London Zoom. Devashis Prabhu inviting us to come and say a few words. And we're sharing with the with the sadhus here. Sadhus means those who are devotees of the Lord. And here we are, with each of us, we've got this association. We come together with the sadhus and we glorify Krishna. And today we've had this super sweet, sweet opportunity to glorify the sweet, sweet, sweetness of Sri Krishna. And we appreciate to Devashis Prabhu, to all the London devotees, to give us the chance to participate in some way in that glorification. So Jai, wonderful Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, who's giving us all this opportunity in so many ways. So back to you, Devashis Prabhu, and thank you for tolerating us. I know we're in the West London Temple, we see you all there, but somehow today's clock has gone very fast, and we appreciate the presence of you all, and Saraswati Didi, we see, and Kumkum Didi, and so many devotees are there. And definitely we must give appreciation to Braja Sundari Devidasi for continual translation into Russian, and for Chaitanya Moy Devidasi continual translation to Portuguese, so that this sadhu gathering, this glorification of Krishna in the association of the devotees can be spread more far, more wide. So Devashis Prabhu, over to you.
Yes, Maharaj, thank you so much. And we're very much indebted to you and to all the Vaishnavas for coming together with us on this day. It's Tushanti Cha, Ramanti Cha, Tushanti Cha, and giving with each other. So anyway, all glories to our divine masters, Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Om Vishnupad Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitya Leela Pravistam Vishnupad Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai, Rupanuga Guru Bhagya Ki Jai, Jai, all the assembled Vaishnavas Ki Jai, Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Brinda Ki Jai, Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj Ki Jai, all of the world devotees Ki Jai, Harinam Shankirtan Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Gaura.
Jai Shri Devashis Prabhu Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. All right, Devashis Prabhu, see you again soon. See you all very soon on Zoom,
Yes.
if not in person.
That is our
Dandavad.
God.
Rukmini Devidasi also there. Just see, Haribol. So many. I better not start naming everybody because we're sure to miss someone out. And from all of us here to all of you there, we can see you all on the screen very, very happily. Dandavad. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj, Jai Devashis Prabhu, and you all for being present and making it possible to share. Gaura Premanandi.